Hello everyone and welcome back to RetroHaven. In the last video we explored the story of Resident Evil 1 game and learned about the dirty side of the Umbrella Corporation and their bioweapon experiments that led to zombification of the people in the mansion in the Arklay Mountains. Our heroes fought different types of monsters and find out about the betrayal of Captain Wesker, but all their evidence blew up in an explosion. I am quite sure that you're not here for a recap of the previous video, and if you are interested in that video, please use the link in the description to watch the previous video. But in this video, we will take a closer look at each one of the characters in the game, and we will see them through the glasses of the original Resident Evil 1 game, which was released in 1996. If you are familiar with the series and feel like some aspects of some characters are missing, please keep that in mind that we will focus on the characters based on 1996 game, and back then these were the only things that we would knew about them. Please rest assured and know that we will update each character as they will appear in the next installments of the Resident Evil games. With this out of the way, this is Daniel from RetroHaven and welcome to Resident Evil Retrospective Part 3. Chris Redfield. Chris is the marksman, co-pilot and second in command in STAR's Alpha team. He is 181 centimeters tall and his blood type is O. He was born in 1973, that makes him 25 years old at the time of Resident Evil, and he grew up as an orphan with his sister. He was a former US Air Force pilot from 1990 to 1995 and joined STAR's team in the Raccoon City Police Force in 1996. His best friend in the STARS is Forrest Speyer, and they have a great rivalry. He was one of the 5 survivors of the STARS team after our Arklay Mansion incident. One of the amazing things about the life of the Chris before the STARS team is that he was already friends with Barry Burton. They both served in the Air Force, and since he was a kind of a rebel in the army, he would get into trouble with ranking officers, but most of the times Barry was there to sort things out and help him, but finally he had enough and departed from the Air Force. As a matter of fact, no one exactly knows that he was fired or resigned by himself. Soon after that, his talent took the eye of the Raccoon City Police Department and he got an invitation to join the STARS team. His direct partner in the STARS was Jill Valentine, and they formed a strong bond there. His other friends in the STARS teams were Joseph Frost, and these two along with the Forest used to spend most of their weekends together. Jill Valentine. Jill Valentine is half Japanese, half French, and her parents moved to America before she was born in 1974. She was only 24 years old when the events of the Resident Evil 1 took place, and had some mysterious childhood. She learned lockpicking from his father and became a master in this field, and in the young age joined Delta Force in US Army. She was a member of the army until 1996 and then moved to the STARS teams in the Raccoon City Police Department as break and entry specialist. Her blood type is B and she is 166 centimeters tall. Jill befriended many STARS members and especially got close with Chris. She got marksman training by 2 of the best STARS members, Chris and Forrest, and before Rebecca Chambers joins the team, she was the only female STARS members in the 2 units. Albert Wesker. Standing at 183 centimeters height, Albert Wesker is a striking member of the STARS team. He's an exceptionally well-trained fighter and knows a lot about handling weapons and hand-to-hand combat. One of his visual traits is that he rarely removes his sunglasses, even indoors, and this makes it hard for the others to read his facial expressions. Wesker was born in 1960 and started his work as a researcher in Umbrella at the tender age of 18. He soon raised to the rank of security officer, but his talent was so great that Umbrella has decided to use him as a double agent, so he joined the US Army and served there from 1991 to 1996. After that experience, he was appointed as the STARS team's leader in the Raccoon City's police department and started to do Umbrella's bidding at the same time. Albert Wesker's blood type is O. He was ordered by Umbrella to send the STARS team to the Spencer mansion to test the bioweapons against the professional forces, and this eventually led to the events of the Resident Evil 1. But in the end, he was using Umbrella to get his personal goals, but died by the hand of the tyrant that he himself awakened, a fate that Capcom changed in the future. Barry Burton. Barry is the third oldest member in the STARS team, and like Wesker, born on 1960, which makes him 38 at the time of the first Resident Evil game. He is 186 centimeters tall and has the blood type A. He is the weapons expert of the STARS team and is known well to the team as a family man. He joined the US Air Force in 1983 and served there for some time until Chris Redfield joined in. He was a member of the SWAT team as well and met Enrico Marini there. In 1996, when Albert Wesker was putting a STARS team together, Enrico, Chris and Barry joined the team as the elite members, and because of his friendly manner and cheerful attitude, Barry became the popular member amongst the STARS team. He has a wife and 2 daughters that Wesker took hostage in order to make him betray his co-stars. But after Wesker died, he tried his best to make up for his crimes and helped the team to run away from the hellish nightmare that they have faced in the Arklay Mountains. Rebecca Chambers. Rebecca is the youngest STARS members and joined the team at the age of 18. She is 161 centimeters tall, and her first official job was becoming a member of STARS. She is exceptionally knowledgeable on the field of chemistry and obviously is the worst STARS members when it comes to combat. Richard Aiken was placed as a mentor to her to make her fit to become an active member of the team, but one of her first missions was the Resident Evil 1 incident and led to a nightmare instead of learning. Her blood type is AB, and Capcom later added a whole new entry to the series with her as the starring role. Richard Aiken. Richard is the communication expert of the team and mentor to Rebecca Chambers. He lost his sister in a young age when she got murdered by criminals, and that was the main motive for him to join the Raccoon City police force. There is not much information about his life prior to Resident Evil 1, and all we know is that he is 172 centimeters tall and has the blood type of AB. He was one of the few people in the Bravo team who survived to meet the Alpha team, but in the end he lost his life because of the poison from the giant snake Yawn at the age 23. Joseph Frost. Joseph was the vehicle and equipment maintenance technician in the STARS team and was a member of the Alpha team. He was born on 1971 and was the first victim of the Alpha team when they got ambushed by the pack of Cerberus dogs. His blood type was B and he was standing at 179 centimeters tall. To be honest with you guys, there's almost no information about his past, and his most remarkable contribution to the series was his shocking discovery of the Kevin Dooley's severed hand and dying immediately after. Kevin Dewey. Once again, we have another STARS members with almost no information accessible about him. As a matter of fact, Kevin even has his face hidden in the whole game, and in the original Resident Evil, we didn't see his face at all. He was a part of the later installments, but in Resident Evil 1, he existed only as a severed hand, still holding a handgun. He was the pilot for Bravo team, and was not an official STARS member. Forrest Speyer. Okay guys, it's finally time for one of my favorite STARS members. Forrest was born in 1969 and was an exceptional marksman in the team. He was the sharpshooter and the maintenance expert of the Stars team, and was a close friend and rival to Chris Redfield. He was a member of the Bravo team and survived longer than many of his teammates, but got injured, and when he was trying to run into a balcony, he was pecked to death by the infected crows. It seems like he was unlucky because he was carrying the worst weapon for the crows, and at the time of death, he was carrying a grenade launcher with him. His blood type was A and he was 183 centimeters tall. Best sniper award of the police force was usually the fighting ground between him and Chris, and he was a close friend to both Chris and Jill. Brad Vickers. The bravest pilot in the world was the man who left everyone behind and ran with the chopper. Brad was born in 1963 and was the pilot of the Alpha team. Brad was 173 centimeters tall and had the O blood type. Basically, we can say that he was superior in combat only to Rebecca, but even that is up for debate. There's not much information available about his past before Resident Evil 1, but in the end, he was the key to defeat the Tyrant by dropping the rocket launcher for Jill and Chris. Enrico Marini. Enrico was the second oldest and tallest member of the Stars team. He was 1.9 meters tall and was 41 when Resident Evil 1 events took place. He was the leader of the Bravo team and the second in command in the whole Stars teams after Albert Wesker himself. He was a former army soldier and had many achievements as a leader and a brilliant tactician. He was the last surviving Bravo team member, except Rebecca of course, and even was able to find his way to the underground lab and the passageways. He figured out that there is a traitor amongst the Stars, and was suspicious that his leader is the Mole, but he was killed by the Wesker before being able to reveal his identity as a traitor to Chris and Jill. Kenneth J. Sullivan. Kenneth is indeed one of the most unforgettable faces of the Resident Evil series. The very first encounter with a zombie was with the one who was devouring his face flesh. Kenneth was born in 1953 and was the oldest member of the Stars team with 45 years age at the time of the incidents. His blood type was O and he was 1.88 meters tall and had a PhD in chemistry. Well guys, this was a long video, but we finally covered all characters in the Resident Evil 1 games. If you have any more information about them, in the context of the Resident Evil 1 game of course, please share them with us in the comment section down below. But please do not spoil these things for the people who did not play the other games in the series. As always, thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. And please click on the bell icon to get notified about our latest videos. Once again, this is Daniel from RetroHaven, and I will see you guys in the next video.